Okay, this is part 2 of the video on how to use your Durkee hoops, the hoop board. I just got through showing you how to use the J hoops on the MB4. Now we're going to use the 9x9 hoop on the MB4. As you know, that they are a little bit different than our normal hoops, and so the center of our machine is different than the center of the hoop. My machine is setting in the center of what would be the big MB1 hoop. In order to make sure you've got your MB4, your Durkee hoop to the center, I put marks on my hoops. I'm going to move my camera around here, see if you can see. This is the normal center of the Durkee hoop where I've got these red marks. This black mark is the center of the MB4 hoop. So in order to get that, this is what I did. I put my hoop on the MB4 and lowered the needle. Then I took a ruler. Let me see if I can set the camera back down here and show how to do this. Then I took a ruler and lined it up with the needle, which is the center. This needle is going right down in this hole. So this is the center of your normal MB4 hoop. So I lined up a ruler up to that needle. And then I took a marker and marked the new line right here and then over on the other side. This is the center of this hoop for your MB4. So when you're hooping and you mark your item where you want your embroidery, when you're hooping, take into consideration this is going to be your middle point on the MB4. So your center mark for your design should be lined up with this mark. I am going to be hooping the back of this other shirt, and let me get the camera turned around here and I'll be right back with you. Okay, I've got my camera turned around here now. Here's the hooping board again. I have not purchased the big piece that goes on here for the shirts and anything. I'm just waiting till I get the money. You know, you have to purchase things when you can. But what I have done with this, I had made one of these and I had given a video on how to make your own hooping board. I use this all the time. I've got 2 of them. This is my original one that I use all the time just by itself. But I made this one so I could use it with the Durkee hooper. And what I have done is I've taken their little stops here and put them on there. All I did when I made this board, I just cut the neck part off so I could attach it to the board a lot easier, and I tightened those down. Then I put my board right up against the, see if you can see that, the little stops right here. I put my board right up against that stop so it's not going to go anywhere. Then this I'm going to take and put up here. This is what you normally would use to hold your stabilizer. You have to push it all the way down. Sorry. Oops. Okay. Let me get this in here first. It's got a spring in it and it's very tight. There we go. Oops, need it up here. There. Now let's try this again. Put my board on there. There. Now this is going to hold my board into place. I have also taken tape and tape there to hold it a little bit sturdy. But you know, in a pinch, you do what you got to do. Okay, so I'm going to take my Durkee hoop and put it on my board here. I'm going to take my stabilizer, use my trusty handy duty glue stick here. Let me see if I... Okay, let's see if you can see this a little bit better here. I've got my board here. I'm going to put on my stabilizer. Oops. Yep, I've got my glue on there. I have my little magnets up here that I do hold my stabilizer down. Now I want to put 2 pieces of stabilizer on here because this is a thin shirt and I want to double up the stabilizer. So that's about, this is where my stitching is going to go. So I need another piece right across here. I'll put some glue here. And I save all of my scraps for just this purpose. I always put double layers of stabilizer when I'm doing a name or just stitching. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to hoop this. Just like that. Now, as you remember, our center is off on the Durkee hoops. Oops, let's see. So this is our center mark that's going to sew for the MB4. So that means I'm going to have to pull this shirt down a little bit more here. Whoops. And I'm going to line up those marks with this. Need to loosen up my hoop here. Make sure I've got this lined up properly. Now this is a little template that I had made for my Durkee hoops. So I know when I put something on there, it's going to be straight. I'm still going to have to bring this down just a hair. I don't always have this much problem hooping. Okay, there we go. Got my center marks lined up with the up and down part. There we go. But that still doesn't look like this. All right, there. And there we go. We've got it hooped. And I'll just pull it up. And when I hoop, I always make sure that I push the outer ring in just a little bit. That makes it nice. And this makes the hoop stay close to the stitching bed, the bed of the machine. And it also cuts down on bird nesting and stuff like that because you've got your fabric in there. See, it's not much, but just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take this to the machine and put it on. Okay, I'm going to take it over here and put it on the machine. And I've already got my name loaded in. And we'll see if I can move this up just a hair. Oops, wrong direction. There we go. And I want to move it over. So it's right where I want it. And I'm going to do my trace. and then push the start button. Oops. Tweezers, tweezers, tweezers. Here we are. I always use tweezers to thread my needles because it's so much easier. You get in there and your fingers don't get fumbled around. Pull these other threads up out of the way. And here we go. I'm going to let this sew out and I'll be back with you in just a few. Okay, this still has a little bit to sew out, so I'm just going to stop here, but you can see how easy it is to use these hoops and the J hoops and everything, and I'm going to stop it here, and I will check in with y'all later. Bye-bye.